afternoon, everybody. It's Matt, Shinnston West Homestead. I haven't been putting up any videos lately. Been kind of busy with the house, the kids, and trying to take care of everything else that goes on in life. It's been kind of a rough 2, 3, 4 weeks getting stuff done, slowly but surely. Dealing with one car that keeps overheating. I keep picking off all the different things that can cause it to overheat, but still taking care of that. Taking care of the house, moving stuff around, getting plywood down, getting it glued and screwed down stuff. That way I call it sawdust board. It's a little bit better than the medium density fiberboard, but we're putting regular plywood, not OSB, but actually plywood, the 1/2 inch on top of it, putting down liquid nails, the caulking, and then on top of that adding in some of the liquid glue, like the Tight Bond 2. Got that in the gallon jug, and then we're set in the 4x8 sheets of plywood or the half sheets, and then getting them screwed in, securing it down to the floor joist beneath with 2-inch screws. So it's going through the 1/2 inch plywood, 3/4 inch, whatever board it is that sags and disintegrates when it gets wet, and into the floor joists. Don't really have to worry about hitting screws or nails because they only have that thing stapled in. Fortifying the floor, getting all that done, taking up the old laminate flooring planks, see of those which ones we can save, which ones we can reuse elsewhere or do whatever with, and then replacing the rotted out pieces of the subfloor that was in the double wide beforehand, and then putting the 1/2 inch on top of it. It's like at the back sliding door, you can see all the way down on the ground in the little corner of it. So I'm going to take out the door, replace the 3/4 inch with 3/4 inch plywood, and then put 1/2 inch plywood on top of it, just to keep everything same level. After we get all the 1/2 inch plywood down, and we called it the red room because it had red carpet, but it was the original dining room. So we had the dining room, the great room, which is like the big living room, going from the front to back of the double wide, and then the kitchen. Those are the only 3 rooms that we need to put the plywood down, because I've already done it in all the other rooms in the past. Taking up all of the carpet because I just got to the point I don't like it. I'd rather want to get an area rug I can throw down, and when it gets nasty or destroyed, throw it away, be done with it. Don't have to worry about doing any vacuuming or sealing or anything like that with it, so that way you don't have to worry about water damage. Debating on putting down linoleum. 1, because it's thin, 2, it's waterproof, and if you spill something wet on it, easy cleanup. So that's one thing we're looking at doing. The kitchen and the bathrooms are the really big project after you get the 1/2-inch flooring in. So I want to at least be able to cook something, clean something in the kitchen, and at least get one of the 2 full baths fully workable. That way you got a working shower, good toilet, and a good sink. But and at the same time trying to keep track of all the shenanigans, for lack of better terminology, going on in the world today. Iran, Ukraine, Spain, and all that stuff. Sooner or later it's going to affect us here. Gas prices going through the roof. Right now I'm in the middle of West Virginia, and gas prices, last sign I saw just a few minutes ago, was $3.69 a gallon for regular unleaded, which in general, that's not bad. I do shop at Kroger, and if I get the $1 off a gallon of gas up to 35 gallons, I max that out and I fill up every gas can I have. Because if I can get gas for $2.69 instead of $3.69 with the car I'm driving right now, that's in total, that's just under 3 full tanks of gas. But as we're driving down the interstate, actually driving up the interstate, going up the Shinnston, they get on those online auctions and all fine stuff. And it's like one of the group lots that I got this time had a 10-foot section of 3-foot wide hardware cloth, like the 1/2-inch squares in it. Those normally go for about $15. And this one lot, it had that. It had a brand new 30-pound bag of charcoal, which you can always use that. And then also a fertilizer grass feeder wheeled spreader. And it's like, mine broke, so it's like, it's a perfect lot for 3 items. We got it for like $4. And then the next thing I got in that whole group was also a creamer and a sugar bowl for $2 that matches some of the dishes I had gotten a few months back. So that was more of on a whim than anything. I didn't expect to win that auction, but I did. So, woohoo! But gas coming up, going back, is going to be about $30. So the way I look at it, I saved probably $10, $15. Didn't have anything else planned to do today. Take a day off from working on the house, which when I get everything, I'll take it to the house, and I'll probably stop by the big box store, Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever, and get another jug of the glue and some more tubes of liquid nails. Once I get a few boards that I had to do a fancy cut, which by fancy cut, it's taking a 4x8 sheet of plywood and cutting it to where it fits through the doorway, so that way it's one continuous piece, and then have the slots in that piece for the wall. So we got that done on one piece, and then another piece I had to cut out a 6-inch wide section down a whole sheet of plywood for about 7 feet. That was interesting. My son's helped me get that cut out. That's literally sliding down around the wall into the other section. But once that piece is in and glued and screwed down, then I can drop in 2 or 3 more pieces of the 4x8 sheets with just glued and screwed them, keeping it simple. Move some of the stuff around in the living room so that way I can actually pull up the old plank flooring, and I put that in probably 20 years, give or take a few. And some of it was getting warped, dented, cracked, busted, out of shape and stuff like that. So all of the boards that I'm taking up, I'm probably going to get probably half of them would be able to be reused. So with that being done, I'll put all those into one place somewhere or another. If it works out, great, awesome. If it doesn't, oh well. I know after we get the kitchen, the bathrooms, and all that done, we're going to take our time. If we can make it livable, and then be able to move back in and out of the apartment, which honestly, that's all I want to do, is take my time, get out of the apartment. Got it still paid up through October. I want to say through mid-October, but I'm not positive. But after I get this first year out of the way, I can probably add on a month at a time. But even in West Virginia, in this economy, it's over $1,000 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, and a 1-bedroom apartment is like $950. So it's going to be hard for people in general. I don't know how some people do it these days, especially young folks. Because unfortunately, you got to get a career where you got something going on. And as I tell my sons, like, listen, you got to put money away. Set it aside for later. Yeah, it's all fine and dandy to go and get what you want right now and live your life, but there's going to be a day that whatever money you got put away, you're going to need it. I keep telling them, learn from my mistakes. But the main thing that's going on is the gas prices. They're up and down and all over the place. Price of just different stuff in general. Like I was looking to get a piece to do an extension on my table saw, which it's an old Delta contractor table saw, and The bed's like 18 inches by 24, 30s, somewhere like that. Got it for $100 about 20 years ago, give or take. But did get an extension for it. It's almost $100 in and of itself. So yesterday was kind of, for lack of better terminology, fun, interesting, however which way you want to put it, on cutting out just that 6-inch section. The good thing was the first cut could be 7 inches from the one edge, so we cut that, and then we cut it on out to the 11 to 12 inches, and we cut out that little section, and then we had to figure out where to put the guide bar, gate, whatever you want to call it, so that way the whole cutout that we wanted to get cut out will be a total of 6 inches. So that was interesting. Doable, but interesting. And Nathaniel, he helped me a lot with it. But got that cut out. We dry fit it in, and now all we got to do is lift it up enough, put down some glue, and screw it down so that way it doesn't bulge up any. The kitchen, it had, for lack of better terminology, dips in the floor. And I really hate those dips, because where the subfloor that came in the double wide, like I said, it was like that compressed sawdust and glued. Well, over the years, it got a dip between the joists. Sometimes it's only about 1 inch, and there's a few of them that got a whole lot more than that. I just want to get the place looking decent for at least 10, 15 more years. They might sell it off. Don't know. We'll work something out. We did get the hot water tank switched out. What we had in it was a 40-gallon electric hot water tank. We tried to drain it, tried to pressure out everything. There was so much sediment in the base of it, it would not drain. So, and when I say we got it out, as a 90% of my eldest son basically manhandling that thing out of there. We got it out, we got it to the front door, and I said, tip it over, drain out as much fluid as we can get out of it. And it probably poured out for a good half hour from the top of it. And near the end of it all, it was literally, you could see the lime scale and slime, for lack of better terminology, just slime. That was all the lime scale stuff. But we got it out. Once we got it out of the closet area, we used the dolly to get it out to the front porch. And then we used the dolly to get it off the porch. Or I should say, they used the dolly to get it out to the front porch and then off the porch and all that. But we put in, or actually this one I can honestly say I put it in, is a Stiebil, Stiebil, tankless water heater. According to it, it's supposed to be able to heat enough water to where if you got two people in showers and a sink running at the same time, not supposed to have any difference in the heat of the water. And it's probably 20 inches tall, 3 inches thick, maybe 4, and about 13, 14 inches wide. Not very big at all. Hung it on the wall. The same wiring that went for the hot water tank that was already there. Used that to hook it up, which is what it needed. So that was easy. And then just plugging in the pipes. Use the shark bite type pipe fittings and stuff. Went ahead and put in a couple of the shut-off valves because, hey, you can always use a good shut-off valve when needed. And flush all the air out. Turn it on. And we had 140 degree water in like no time. The only thing I'm going to do is use a flex line, shark bite flex line. It's 18 inches long. Put it through the wall. That way I can actually put a door where the hot water tank was. Just make it look pretty. Make it look good. Don't know what I'm going to do with that 2.5 foot square space, 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. Don't know what I'll put in there. I just not put anything. Don't know yet. In time, I will need to get a new furnace. The air conditioner for the house, for the whole house there, it died about 10 years ago. So we're running window air conditioners, which right now, since we're not really living in it, only thing I got going in the place is a few lights, one small refrigerator, just enough to keep some drinks cold, so when we're there working, we can go in, grab something, and some water, some pop, some juice, stuff like that. So that way we got something cold to drink. If we need to cook something, we got grills. Got a microwave I can plug in if we absolutely need it. So on that home front, ain't nothing but a thing. Right now on the homestead, we do not have any livestock except for the wild livestock. We got some deer coming through. Sometimes the herd's only 5 strong, the other times like almost 15 to 20 strong. We got the whistle pigs or groundhogs is coming through. But the old chicken coop right now is where I have the garden in it, because the way I look at it, I had picked up 2 flats of tomatoes, peppers, and all sorts of good stuff to put in the garden, and overnight the deer came in and ate it all. So I got more, and I just put them in the old chicken coop, so at the very least they can't get in there to eat it. Although we've had, well, it looks like other critters get in to eat it. We burned out some of the brush. A little bit of this, a lot bit of that. Keeping the grass mowed and bagging it. Putting a lot up on the hill where the garden's going to be next summer. Some of the bigger gardens. And by bigger, they're between 4 and 5 feet wide and about 20-30 feet long. And we're doing a little bit of terracing with it, so hopefully it works out a little bit. But that's the news of the homestead so far. Like I said, I'm traveling up 79 to Shinnston to pick up stuff from the online auction. Next week we're going to be heading out. My youngest son and I are going to be heading down to the Smoky Mountains for a little bit of time. Might post a few videos from there. Don't know yet. I finally got the one grandmother clock where it's chiming on the hours and the quarter hours. Unfortunately, I can't get the timing set to it, and it's chiming is about 7 minutes off. We'll work on it, but it's keeping on a regular basis of the chimes, so at least that's a good thing. It's a beginning. And we're just keeping stuff as best we can. Y'all take care. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, post them. If you have any comments in general, post them. If you want more of this type of update instead of just videos and stuff, go ahead and post it. Comment it. I do have a whole bunch of different ways of pressure canning food and preserving food. We did get a freeze dryer. Got to do a few adjustments on it. It wasn't quite getting the vacuum seal it needs, but we already got a lot of the like vegetables and stuff done. But it's all good. Y'all take care. God bless. Be safe. It's been a good day for a drive. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Have a good one. Bye.